just agree that that's okay. So just a couple of things before we start. A reminder of the fact that you don't have to keep looking at the camera or the screen, because that can be very tiring. So it's really fine to look away, and quite a lot of what we will be doing will be on the floor. So all you need to do really is to follow my voice. And also to remember that though this is an exceptionally gentle practice, because what we're doing is a little bit of breath work, a little bit of movement to lead us into a deep, restful state. If anything doesn't feel right, please remember that everything is always a choice. So if your body's saying, no, I feel better just to rest out on the floor or the sofa or the bed or however you want to lie, then please honor that. Listen to your body. Remember, I'm not in your body, you are. And this is all about you developing awareness of your body and how you feel. So I just want to say, I don't want to talk too much because I know listening to talking is tiring, and that's not why you're here. But I just want to say that rest is a really important antidote for doing. And of course, we live in a society which is all about doing. And if you have ME or long COVID, then we can get very sucked up into this idea of doing, particularly if we're feeling really tired or our symptoms are difficult. We might want to distract ourselves to push away the symptoms. But actually, it's really important that we take regular rest, because in this way, we are able to recalibrate our body and stop. It's only when we rest that actual healing can take place, because that's when our mitochondria begin to heal. So if we're into a habit of doing all the time, we want to try and cultivate a pattern of stopping throughout the day and taking pauses and micro breaks. It also helps us to come out of the sympathetic tone, meaning the stress response. So some of us might be in a chronic low-level stress pattern. But you know, when we have chronic illness, that in itself is stressful. So resting just helps us to come out of that into what's called the parasympathetic tone. And again, this is the phase where the body can heal. So with that said, please come to a comfortable sitting position. And as I said at the beginning, if you would rather lie, we're going to lie down anyway in a minute, but if you do need to lie down, that's fine. But when we do some breath work, it is helpful just to be doing it from sitting. Now, if it's comfortable for you, close your eyes. For some of you who maybe are very stressed or you've had trauma, it might not be okay to close your eyes. Likewise, it might be hard to follow the breath. So just do what feels right for you. And then take a moment or two to think about your posture. So think about your spine being gently upright, but you're not stretching. You're just gently thinking about the space between the tailbone and the crown of the head. And then we're going to nod the head up and then lengthen the back of the neck to slightly tuck the chin into the chest. And then we're just going to work very gently on releasing the neck, because if we are in a chronic stress pattern, or if we're not breathing effectively, the neck and the shoulders tend to get involved. So before we can begin to breathe more effectively, we need to release the neck and the shoulders. So just take the left ear to the left shoulder, and center, right ear to right shoulder, and the center. And just do that a couple of times really slowly, observing if the neck feels different on the right or the left, seeing if there's tension there, but not judging it, not labeling it, just observing. So you're making this as an observation. And then coming back to the center, keeping that length in the back of the neck. And then we're gently going to turn the head over to the right side, keeping the shoulders facing forward. So it's just the head and neck moving. Coming back to center. Coming to the left. See if you've got more rotation on one side than the other, but again, not judging, just observing. Coming back to center. If you like, you can involve the breath now. So you breathe in, exhale as you go round. If you don't want to involve the breath, that's fine. Inhaling to center, Exhaling to the other side. Just doing that a couple of times more, and you might notice as you're doing this, the neck begins to loosen, so you can take your head round a little further to look over the shoulder. Come back to center. Take a moment or two just to be in your body. And then we're going to see if we can mobilize the shoulders. So you can take your fingertips to your shoulders. And then we're going to inhale to lift, exhale to lower. Again, if you don't want to work with the breath, just work with the movement. Just creating a bit of space and mobility in the shoulders so that we are freeing up both the back and the chest area. And then relaxing the shoulders down. And then we're going to take the hands to the heart in any way that you want to. So you might like to bring the palms together, or you might like to have one hand on top of the other. Just take a few moments here and just observe how you're holding your heart. So you might like to have the hands soft, or you might like a firmer touch. So just experiment with how that is. See how that pressure feels on the heart. And then just take a moment or two to observe how you are today. So observe how the body is. Observe how the emotions and the mind is. Seeing if you can do that neutrally. Maybe bringing in some compassion, but just allowing everything to be as it is. And then observe your energy. I know this is always a tricky one for some of us, but just see if you can allow that also to be as it is. So if your energy levels aren't very good, just welcome that. That's okay for now. If that does apply to you. Release your eyes, release the jaw. And then we're going to take the hands to the ribs, so just below the chest. So if you're not sure, you can look at the screen for this. So I've got my fingers facing forward and my thumbs around the back. And you're going to think about opening up the rib cage. And then as we inhale, going to inhale into the hands. So think of the ribs going outwards on the inhale. And then as we exhale, the hands come back together. So I'm slightly exaggerating this movement. If you're not sure, you can watch me. And if you can, breathe through the nose. If that's not right for you yet, particularly if you are recovering from long COVID, then don't do it. Leave your hands on your heart, or just do whatever feels right. This is something that we're aiming for. So please don't force anything. And then drop your hands to your knees. Keep your shoulders relaxed. And see if you can allow the breath to be slow. And then we're going to take 5 breaths. And on the exhalation, we're going to hum the breath out. So inhale through the nose if you can, but if not, that's fine. 4 more times in your own breathing rhythm. And if you're lying down, of course, you can do this from lying. When you finish your 5 breaths, please come down to your comfortable lying position. So that might be on your back, might be on your front if you've got difficulty with your breath. You might want to remain seated. You might want to lie on your side. And of course, you can lie on a bed, work from a bed if that is how you're feeling today, or you can be lying on a sofa. So you just lie in a way that's comfortable for you. I'm going to direct the next set of movement as if you're lying on your back. So if you are lying on your front, you just visualize what we're doing. So just take a moment or two to transition. If you're on your back, I suggest you bend your knees first. We can stretch them out later. This just helps the back to relax and unwind. So the back muscles are unlocking. So just take a moment or two to make yourself comfortable. Just explore how you are feeling. Explore the surface of your body with your support. So if you're on your back, for example, just explore how your back is and that connection with your mat or whatever it is you're lying on. And then very slowly, just roll your head from side to side. I meant to say that if you are on your back, it's a good idea to have a cushion or a block under your head to help the neck to lengthen and feel relaxed. And have the hands wherever is comfortable for you. So if you're on your back, classically the arms are away from the body with the palms turned up. But you might be more comfortable having the hands on your belly or the palms turned down. And then center the head, keep the back of the neck long, keep that length in the back of the neck, keep the jaw relaxed. And take a moment or two to think about the breath again. Now, if following the breath is not for you, if it makes you feel anxious, just bring your awareness either to the softness of your hands or to something that makes you feel safe and supported. If you are able to follow the breath, I'm going to suggest that we take the hands to the belly with the middle fingers touching. And we're going to focus on breathing into the hands slowly, through the nose if you can. If you're on your front, just feel the belly rise and fall against the floor. Keep the breath slow and low, so it's not a great big deep breath. It's just subtle, but we're directing the breath into the diaphragm by breathing into the belly rather than the upper chest. And if it helps you, you can take one hand to the heart, one hand onto the belly button. So the hand on the heart is pacifying and keeping the chest area still. The hand on the belly is just rising and falling slowly. And then we're going to do some optional chanting. So I'll just explain what we're doing. As always, you don't need to look at the screen. You can just listen to my instructions. I don't actually like to say instruction, I like to say suggestion because everything is a suggestion. So the chant this morning, I thought we're going to chant partly in English, partly in Sanskrit. So we're going to chant peaceful Namaha. So Namaha means I am at one. So the idea here is that I am at one with peace. So we're going to chant 3 times to the belly, 3 times to the heart, and 3 times with the palms over the eyes. And if you don't want to chant, you can just do 3 breaths with the hands on the belly, 3 breaths with the hands on the heart, and 3 breaths with the hands palms over the eyes. So I'm going to start with you. I'll do 2 with you on the belly, and then because your breathing rhythm will be different from mine, you do it in your own breathing rhythm. So inhale together. Peaceful Namaha. Inhale. Peaceful Namaha. So continue in your own breathing rhythm. And when you finish, if you like to drop the hands beside you, it just helps me to see when you finished. If you're on your back and you want to, and you don't have back issues, you might like to stretch your legs out now so that you slide out one heel then the other and have the feet wide apart, heels coming out to the corner of your mat. Again, just take a moment or two to observe how you are. And then when you're ready, bring the feet together. We're going to do some opening and closing of our arms. So again, I'll explain what we're doing, but I will do it with you if you do want to look up at your camera. I'm going to incorporate the chant with this. Again, the chanting is optional. So my feet are together, but you can have the knees bent if you've got back issues. And I'm pointing my arms up to the ceiling. So my fingertips are pointing up to the ceiling. Shoulders are relaxed. I'm going to take a breath in here where I'm at. And then I'm going to chant the arms wide apart like a cross. Peaceful Namaha. And then on the inhalation, the arms float up again. So the palms are facing each other, fingertips pointing towards the ceiling. And then I chant them apart. Peaceful Namaha. So when you're ready, do that up to 5 times, 3 to 5 times, depending on your energy levels. Listen to your body, work with the principle of kindness. And you can either just breathe or you can breathe and chant. And then pause when you're ready. Take the arms back down beside you with the palms either turned up or down. Keep the shoulders relaxed, jaw and eyes relaxed. Again, just take a moment or two to come into the body. Just observing how you are. And then when you're ready, we're going to roll onto our right side. So I'm going to suggest that we all start on our right because I'm going to work with you and it's helpful for me directing you if we're on the same side. So come onto your right side. and have the knees bent and take the arms out in front of you. So I'm just going to come down so that if you need to look up, you can see me. So I've got my right hand, sorry, am I on my right side? Right, left. Yes, so I've got my left hand on top of my right, my arms are out in front of me and my knees are bent. So if you're not sure, just look up at the camera, at the screen. Just take a moment or two to come into the body, just feeling how it feels to be lying on your side. And then become aware of that left palm and the left arm. And what we're going to do, those of you who've been with me before, you'll be quite familiar with this, but if not, listen or watch if you need to. We're going to start to slide the fingers of the left arm up the inside of the right arm, very slowly. And then we come up to the shoulder. And we're going to slide that left palm along the chest. And then we're going to roll onto our back, taking that left arm out to the side. So we're now into a semi-twist. So we're on our backs, but the knees are twisted to the right. Take a few breaths in this position. And then when you're ready, bend the elbow, take it onto the chest. Slide the palm of the left hand along the chest. Slowly, slowly down that right arm, the inside of the right arm. And then bringing the palms together. And what we're going to do now is just take the top palm, the left palm, and just stretch it in front of the right palm and roll onto our forehead. So this is a very nurturing, restful posture. So just have a few breaths here, exploring this feeling of connection and nurturing in this pose. And then bring the palms back together. And then we're going to do something slightly different. So we're going to cradle the head in the palm of the right hand. And we're going to take the left palm in front of our belly. Again, at any time you're not sure, just look up. And then we're going to put pressure on the hand in front of the belly, the left hand, just to rock. So experiment with rocking. See whether you want to rock fast, firmly, or softly and slowly. Just tune into how you're feeling and what feels best for you. So just explore how you rock. And then when you're ready, pause. And then we're going to roll onto our back, or if you prefer, you can roll onto your front. We're going to hug the knees into the chest. You can just rock out the knees from side to side. And then we're going to rest in our most comfortable position, so however that is for you. So close the eyes if that's comfortable for you. And observe the space between your thoughts. Just allow yourself to become more silent now. And then when you're ready, and if you'd like, remembering everything's an invitation, we're going to come onto our left side. So left side, arms out in front, palms together, and the knees are bent. So just take some time to transition and observe. Observe that the right palm is on top of the left. And then when you're ready, and if you would like to, we're going to stroke the palm of the right hand very gently and slowly along the inner arm of the left arm, up to the armpits, along the chest, and then opening out to the side, to the right side, so that we are lying on our back. We're in a slight twist. So you've got your weight more onto your left side and your knees are bent to the left. See if you can connect that right shoulder down on your mat. If you can't, don't worry. Just take a moment or two resting in this position. Let the breath be slow. And then when you're ready, bend the elbow, take the right palm onto the chest, and then start to slide the palm along the chest, down to the left armpit, slowly, slowly down the arm. So the palms eventually come together. And then we're going to just stretch the top palm in front of the fingers of the left palm and roll onto our forehead. And just rest here. Observe how you're feeling in this position. And then when you're ready, come back onto the side of the head, bringing the palms together. And now we're going to cradle the left side of the head in the left palm. And we're going to bring the right hand in front of the belly. The palm is down on your support. And when you're ready, press on the palm in front of the belly just to rock yourself. Remembering you can experiment. How does this feel? Just explore. Is it better to rock fast and firmly? Is it better to rock softly? Just explore the movement and explore how this feels in your body. And then when you're ready, roll onto your side. Sorry, onto your back. And bring yourself into the relaxation posture, which feels best for you. So again, just explore how your body likes to feel most comfortable and relaxed. So this might be on your back with your palms turned up, arms away from the body. Or your arms might like a completely different position. Likewise, you might like to have the legs outstretched with the feet apart, or you might like to have the knees bent, or you may prefer to be on your front. Again, just take time to observe how you're feeling. And we're going to do one more optional movement before we come into our yoga nidra. So I say optional because you might like to remain resting now if you feel that's more beneficial for you. Otherwise, we're going to just take a few movements into the cat posture. So if you'd like to do the cat, remember everything's an invitation. Please come up to either sitting on a chair or onto an all fours position. So if you're in all fours, you'll have your hands under your shoulders, your knees under your hips, taking your weight over your knees. If you're on a chair, have the back supported and your feet on the floor, hip width apart, and your hands on your knees. We're just going to think about undulating the spine with the breath, but before we do, we're going to make circles with the pelvis. So you can only do this if you're kneeling. You can't do this movement from a chair, but you might like to visualize it. Otherwise, just make circles with your pelvis. And as we did with the lying position and the rocking, just explore whether you want to make small circles or bigger ones, whether you want to make your circles slow or you want to make them fast. And then come back to center. Just take a moment to observe. Again, think about that space between the crown of the head and the tailbone. And just have a little bit of, have the navel into the spine slightly, so you're not kind of dropping the belly down too far. We're going to breathe in now and just lift the heart, open up the front of the body. And then as we exhale, we're going to arch the spine and take the navel to the spine, dropping the head. Just take a few movements like that in your own breathing rhythm. And if you're on a chair, you can do the same. You inhale to lift the heart. Exhale, navel to spine as you round the back. So just a few breaths like that. And then when you're ready, come back to neutral cat. And then please come down ready for the final deep relaxation. So we're doing a yoga nidra practice. Just a few pointers as you get ready. So please make sure that you're comfortable in a position where you won't need to move too much, because the stiller you're able to be, the better it is. Obviously, try not to be disturbed. I know that it's pretty warm in the UK at the moment, but if you just be aware that the temperature does tend to drop when we're relaxed. So if you need to use any covering or blankets, please do so. I suggest you have cushions under your head, maybe under your knees. You might like to use an eye mask. And also the invitation when we finish, I will bring you out of it for those of you that want to, but if you want to remain relaxed, that's fine too. So I'll just give you a moment or two to get comfortable. I'm actually doing this yoga nidra from, it's from Richard Miller, the iRest program. So shout out and thank you to Richard Miller. I'm going to turn my camera off. I'll turn it on again at the beginning, at the end of the session. So begin your practice by just adjusting your body so that you feel really comfortable, supported by the surface you're resting on. Just feel that you're releasing unnecessary tension in your jaw, your shoulders, arms, torso, legs. Your entire body and mind is settling into feeling at rest and at ease. During this relaxation, welcome every experience you have. Just be aware that every experience is here to help you experience health, healing, and well-being at all levels of mind, body, and spirit. So welcome any sensation in your body with curiosity and openness. Just allow your senses to be open to your environment and the sounds around you. Welcome the feeling of air touching your skin. The sensations where your body touches the surface that's supporting you. And the feeling of letting go and being at ease throughout your entire body and mind. Silently affirm to yourself, I am a unique and valued expression of life. Experience this as true with your entire body and mind. Bring attention now to an inner resource. So this is a place that you can imagine now and set up within your body where you experience a felt sense of well-being and of being secure and at ease. If it's helpful, imagine a place, a person, or an experience that supports you to feel secure and at ease, using all of your senses to enhance your experience. Imagine sounds, sights, sensations, smells, and tastes that invite ease and well-being into your entire body and mind. Just be aware that you can return to your inner resource at any time, day or night, or during this practice, whenever you feel the need to take a moment to time out. We're now going to rotate the attention throughout the body while experiencing and welcoming sensations. Sense your jaw, your mouth, teeth, lips, gums, tongue. Become aware of the entire inside of your mouth, the entire jaw and mouth as sensation. Give up thinking and simply welcome the sensations in the jaw and mouth. Sense your left ear, right ear, welcoming both ears at the same time as sensation. Sense your left nostril, right nostril, the flow of air and sensation inside both nostrils. Feel the sensation of the left eye, eyebrow, temple, cheekbone, the entire left eye, right eye, eyebrow, temple, cheekbone, the entire right eye. Welcome both eyes at the same time as sensation. Without thinking, just feeling the sensation of the forehead, scalp, back of the head, neck, the entire face, head, and neck as sensation. Sense your left shoulder, left upper arm, forearm, wrist, palm, and fingers. The sensation of the entire left arm and hand, right shoulder, right upper arm, forearm, wrist, palm, and fingers. The sensation of the entire right arm and hand, welcoming both arms and hands at the same time as radiant sensation. Sense the upper chest, mid-chest, belly, the sensation of the upper back, mid-back, lower back, the entire back of the torso, entire front of the torso, entire torso, front and back, inside and outside, a shimmering sensation. Bring attention into the pelvis, left hip, left upper leg, knee, lower leg, ankle, and foot. The sensation of the entire left foot, leg, and hip. Be attentive yet relaxed and at ease, sensing now the right hip, right upper leg, knee, lower leg, ankle, and foot. The sensation of the entire right foot, leg, and hip. Welcome both hips, legs, and feet, all together as radiant sensation. Welcome the entire front of the body, a field of sensation, back of the body, left side of the body, right side, inside the body, outside of the body, the entire body as shimmering sensation. Feel yourself being non-judging awareness in which all of these sensations are coming and going. Silently affirm to yourself, my body is deeply at rest, but I am aware, at ease. I am healing, resting and healing. Sense the body breathing itself and the natural flow of sensation as breath enters and leaves the nostrils, the gentle rise and fall of the abdomen and chest. Now begin counting from 1 to 11 while sensing your belly expanding and releasing with each breath like this. Inhaling, belly expanding, 1. Exhaling, belly releasing, 1. Inhaling, belly expanding, 2. Exhaling, belly releasing, 2. And so on. With each count, tension releasing throughout your entire body. Continue counting on your own. During each exhalation, feel a deep release of tension throughout your body. With each inhalation, simply remain with the feeling of deep release, sensing and releasing tension, welcoming deep relaxation throughout your body, awake and attentive. When you come to 11, or if you lose count, begin again at 1. Long, smooth exhalation. Tension releasing throughout the entire body, jaw, ears, eyes, forehead, scalp, shoulders, belly, legs. Tension releasing throughout the whole body. Now, allow the counting to fall away. Remain aware of the flows of sensation throughout the body, sensing the body as a field of shimmering sensation. Welcome any feelings that are present, perhaps the feeling of warmth, heaviness, or the feeling of being at ease, without changing anything. Simply welcoming everything that is present, just as it is. Feel yourself as the observer who's observing all these feelings that are coming and going in your awareness. Feel yourself as the non-judging awareness in which all sensations are coming and going. Bring attention to the sensation of well-being or joy in your body. Or recall a memory of a particular person, animal, place, or circumstance that invites joy or well-being into your body. Experience the feeling of well-being or joy expanding throughout your entire body. Every cell in your body welcoming its natural sense of joy and well-being. Perhaps experience an inner smile from your heart throughout your body, joy, well-being flowing throughout your body, face, torso, arms, your entire body alive with a feeling of well-being. And be aware of all that's now in your awareness, while dissolving into the spacious openness in which all these changing activities are coming and going. Now set aside thinking and memory and settle into simply being Nothing to do, nowhere to be, just the feeling of being here now. Notice how you're aware of being an observer of this feeling of being and everything that you're experiencing. Allow yourself to just be awareness, all sense of separation dissolving. Be awareness in which everything is arising. Sense that your thoughts, emotions, sensation and sounds are simply movements into awareness. And remember, you can always return to the safe haven of your inner resource whenever you feel the moment to take time out to feel secure and at ease. Rest here now in awareness, feeling your non-separate wholeness with all of life, awake, aware, at ease, everything just as it is, sensing your wholeness connected to yourself and the world around you and all of life. Just rest here now. If you wish to, you can continue to rest. Just take a few moments and welcome a feeling of gratitude for taking this time to experience your wholeness, health, and healing, and for taking time to practice rest. Know that if you wish to return to your daily life and activities, that you are the underlying non-separateness, wholeness of life, always whole, not separate from all of life. If you wish to start to wake up, just open and close your eyes a few times. Take time just to feel your body and its position and how it is lying on your support. Be aware of the touch of clothes on your body. Be aware where you are touching your support and where there are spaces. Become aware of any sounds you can hear far away and any sounds you can hear near to you. If you wish, you can begin to move the body just a little, maybe wiggling the fingers and toes, maybe moving the hands and the feet. And then taking as much time as you need, when you're ready, roll to one side and just stay there for a moment or two. When you're ready, please slowly come up to a comfortable sitting position. Remembering if you want to, you can continue to rest or stay on the floor, or however you're lying. Take your time, move slowly. And then just to begin to ground us and bring us back to the here and now, we rub the palms of the hands together. Just palm the eyes. So take the eyes, palms over the eyes, fingertips coming into the hairline. And then just open and close your eyes into the softness of the palms. And when you're ready, move the palms, shake out the wrists, and just look around your space. It could be helpful to actually look into the corner where the wall meets the ceiling, and then look around at your furniture, and just feel yourself here in your space. And then just gently tap on your chest to help ground you, bring you back to here and now. And if you have come up to sitting and you're looking at your screen, you'll see my dog Nellie has completely relaxed. So she's not even bothering to move. So thank you all very, very much for joining us all together as a community in the practice today. I hope you feel really restored and nourished from the rest. I hope you enjoyed it. And I wish you a very, very happy and peaceful week ahead. So I'm going to put my palms of my hands together, bow to my heart and say namaste, meaning the divine in me greets the divine that's in you. So thank you from my heart to yours. See you, I hope, next week or whenever you can make it. Take care, everybody. Bye.